Lots of talk going around about a city-county merger. There is a symposium today, and to sit and talk about it with us is Professor Anders Walker, is a St. Louis University law professor. Professor, thanks for joining us here in studio.
Thanks. The symposium is actually Friday. It's open to the public at the new law school downtown. Starts at 8:30.
Who is tell us what's going to go on at this symposium.
So we've got a lot of folks who are local. Mayor Slay will be there. Charlie Dooley will be there. Senator Dick Lugar, who was mayor of Indianapolis when they merged, will be speaking in the morning. And then we've got some academics. Terry Jones at UMSL will be there. He's opposed to the merger. We're going to try and present both sides, pro and con, and hopefully a lot of folks will show up and we'll have a good debate.
It's free and open to the public?
Yes, you can go online and register. I actually recommend that. We're expecting a pretty big crowd. It is open. You can just go to the law school.
And what time is it?
8:30 a.m. Till about 5 p.m.
Gotcha. Indianapolis is an interesting conversation because did they do exactly what we're trying to do?
The real expert on that is Professor Jones. I believe there were some similarities to the story here, but it's not exactly the same.
Right. What has to happen legally for this to happen? Both the city and the county have to agree, have to go to a poll ultimately in the end, and the citizens have to vote on it?
Well, one of the points of the symposium is to try to get some sense of what does need to happen legally and the different ways a merger could happen. I think there are probably a variety of ways the city and county could merge. And I also think there are a variety of ways to do it. One could be a vote, a local vote, and as I understand it, another way to do it would be a constitutional amendment at the state level.
Interesting came out recently that, and I was on vacation, so let me make sure I got this right. There's a story that came out recently, Professor, that said that the county wouldn't be responsible for the city's bills if this merger were to take place. What was that all about?
Well, so that gets into the details, and I'm not an expert on the financing of the city and the county. Personally, I think there are probably ways to do a merger that would not involve restructuring the tax arrangement, having either the city pay for the county or the county pay for the city. Now, back in the 1870s when this happened, that actually was the case. The county collected the taxes for the city. And so there was quite a bit of money that had to change hands in order for the split to happen. But today, I'm not convinced that you would really have to change too much in terms of city or county financing. Again, I don't know. I'm looking forward to hearing more on Friday.
And I know as far as law enforcement goes, and you probably wouldn't be able to speak on this, but there are some speakers that will be talking about that. But could you speak a little bit about it? I mean, what would that entail as far as merging city and county?
Would there be one police department? Mm-hmm. Would they still keep their separate deal, but yet back office be the same? I mean, how does all that work?
Again, I think that separate police departments would still exist. Now, Professor Jones has argued that there are already quite a bit of mergers in the law enforcement area. So he mentioned just yesterday, I was talking to him, I believe some of the special teams have already merged.
The major case squad, 911, 411, stuff like that.
Right. So I think one way that the merger might help the city and the county is if there are areas where the two overlap, maybe cooperation would be good. But I don't think that there would be one single police department. Now, we will have the chief down there on Friday to talk about it.
Yeah, interesting stuff. Okay, so this is this Friday, which is tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
8:30. It's an all-day symposium, so you can come for a little bit, go to lunch, go back to work, come back, and whatever else. What's the website to find out the whole lineup of speakers?
So just go to slulaw.com, and it should be right there on our homepage.
Anders Walker, how are those new digs treating you downtown?
It's awesome. you all ought to move the station down there.
Get rid of that earnings tax, and we will. Or merge with the county, and we will. Professor Anders Walker, thank you very much for making the trek all the way out to Westport. And we'll look forward to it tomorrow. And that website, once again, to find out more?
SLUlaw.com.
SLUlaw.com. 827 here on the Big 550 KTRS.